Hello, it's Sunday, so there's only me and Buster here today. My dog, he's with me. I just thought I'd show you something JWB's just brought. It's a bit of a project as usual. We brought it very well priced. It cost us about £3,500. It's a 40-foot plank cider bulker, and she's got all the bells and whistles on her. It's got a weigh system, all that sort of thing, hydraulic sheet, all the bits we need to work with the quarries and everything. And so I shall get behind the camera and show you a few bits that we're working on at the moment. Right, well, we'll start with the trailer itself. We've taken the front axle off. This part here, forward a bit, here, you can see where the bushes come through. Well, she's ripped the centre out, and the other side's cracked bad, so we're going to cut them off. She's basically this hole here is all broken out. I think he's had a bit of movement on it. This front axle actually lifts, so she's a jack axle. It's broke the middle out of there, and the other side is all cracked there and down the front. So we're going to cut them off level with the bottom of the chassis. And you can buy these brand new. So we're going to buy a couple of new ones and rebuild, put a couple of brand new ones on there. So that we know it's right. We're keeping it, so it's basically I want it right. We think it's going to cost us about another £2,500–3,000 to put it absolutely right. So it'll be into us for about £6,500–7 grand the time we got the MOT on it. But I must admit, the previous owner, he did have every bit of worth out of the brakes and the running gear. We need 4 new airbags. We had to remove these 2, which are actually perfectly okay, but we had to remove them to take the axle off, the front axle off, but we couldn't get the bolts undone, and they all sheared out the bottom of the plastic and everything. They have a tendency of doing that. So we need 4 new airbags, 4 new shocks, 3 axles worth of pads, 3 axles worth of slider units, 4 handbrake chambers, and 4 of the standard single cylinder chambers, 2 of the single cylinder chambers for the front. So more or less all the brakes are out. We need 4 shock absorbers as well, and we need 1 disc because one of the discs is cracked. So the running gear, basically we're going to more or less renew all of it. All the bearings and all the discs apart from one are sound. They're in perfectly good order. His pads were just about to start eating the discs, but it basically stood it up before it happened, so he saved all his discs. But the trailer itself, this is a Montracon chassis, or Montracon, or whatever you want to call it, chassis. And the top is a Wilcox, aluminium Wilcox plank cider. So it's a good trailer. It's got well, I don't know whether they call them SAF axles or the Mercedes axles. It's got the Mercedes sign on them. I'm sure you boys will be able to tell me, you bulker boys. The weigh system, onboard weighing, that's PM weigher, whatever that means. But it does work, so that's another good bit on there. I'll take you out to see the body in a minute, but the ram's in excellent condition. It's dry as a bone, but the bushes that go, the bottom eye slot in, they're elongated. I don't think they're usable again. I'm a bit concerned it might tear them out or something. So I'm going to have a word with Junction 13. I think it's Nixon's Trailers. They build trailers over there anyway. and get new bushes for that. And I want a new tipping pivot pin for the back of the bulker, so I'll get that off of them. I haven't actually costed them in yet, so that's going to cost me a bit more. We've taken all the lights and light holders for the back end, because the light holders were they were like 2mm press plate light holders, and they were rotten as shit and flopping everywhere. So I've had all them off, and I must admit he had all LEDs on the back. I think he went a little bit over the top with them, but we've took all the lights off, and our bird nest in each one. They're burger type lights, and they're absolutely chocked with wires where he's chopped in for these here running lights and everything. Chicken coop lights they call them, don't they, or something like that. The Americans call them chicken coop lights. But the chassis is sound. Chassis is sound, it's straight, it's just rusty. So I've got a mate who does shop blasting, so I'm going to see if he'll shop blast it for me, or just carry it out of here as is, strap the axles up, chain them up, and use the 2 loaders and carry it out of here outside and get him to shop blast it and then carry it back in and spray it. So yeah, so we've got quite a big old task on our hands. All the slider seals are all shot. The brake adjuster seals are in quite good nick, so we might get away with them. But the trouble with an MOT, it's got to be 110%. But my sliders, we've got them all out. These are the sliders, and they should be nice and greasy and you know, be able to slide up and down the cylinder. But they're all worn off at the ends. The seals are all gone. So I've ordered 6 new sets of them, so that we can get a slide in nice, so we don't have no pinching up on the pads. And but apart from that, the brake calipers are okay, thank God, because they're about 700 quid a piece, them things. So I wouldn't want to buy too many of them. But apart from bits that wore out, we've got most of what we want, to be honest with you, because we've got all the lighting for it and everything. I've got a couple of nice single 3 burger unit light. It's a pod and it holds 3 burger lights in it. But no, so I'm probably going to put some of the bits of bling back on, but not quite as much as him, but the previous owner. But no, she lifts the front axle up. She's 28.6 tons, I believe. It's got scales on it. It's got rear view cameras on it. I've got to fit underarm bars on it. It's got hydraulic easy sheet, so that's good. It's aluminium rims, and I've got a full set of tyres with it. Well, I've got 1.5 sets of tyres with it, to be honest with you, so we're good for tyres for the time being. But this one here, you'll see it's been marked up in yellow down there. That is cracked, so we've got to get Steve to work his magic on that. Where they've welded it, it's actually cracked, so we're going to sort that out. But apart from that and the front two, it's okay. But here's the one that's pretty roached up. This is the worst one that's really roached. This one here. This is bad. This is why we're taking the front ones off, because she's split down there. It's split there. It's split there, and the hole there is all broken. It's about to drop out actually. There you go. It's all broken away in there, so it's coming off. I ain't risking nothing, you know. I don't want an axle coming off going up the motorway with 28 tons in the back. So yeah, but we've got, this is a cracked disc, this one. It's got a lovely little crack in it, has. So, but like you can see the coupling down there, that cap, it's got the Mercedes emblem on it. So I do believe they are called the Mercedes axles. I'm not 100% sure. They're the little airbags that lift the front axle up and down, but the bracketry and that actually works them's a bit bent and twisted, so we've got a little bit of work to do there. I think we can improve that. We've got to work out, here you go, when I upload this, anybody knows how to lift the front axle on here, the controls are there. I don't know whether it's automatic. I've got another one that's automatic, but you've got your You got your black and your red. I believe the black's the shunt and the red's the handbrake. And then you've got this one down here which says push to dump. We've got them three knobs, and they don't seem to have any effect on the front axle if you work any of them. So yeah, so we're not quite sure how the front axle lifts up. So yeah, so that's this part of it. I shall take you outside now and show you the bulker side of it, which is nice and clean. So I'll be back in a mo. Right, hello again, I'm back. This is the front of the wheelcock's body that came off of it. It's got the hydraulic sheet. Easy over sheet, like it's works on hydraulic motors, so I don't know how reliable that is, but that's what we've got. That's where the ram was inside. The tapes on the side here draw the sheet back. At the top up there, there's a pump up there with a little like wheel on it that draws these tapes that pull the sheet back over. Now them tapes are as rotten as shite, and I think they'll snap as soon as you move them, so we're going to have to replace the tapes. The sheet is in good nick, in ever so good nick. The trailer's good. You know, it's tidy. It's a tidy body actually. I'm really pleased. It's got one little hole up the side where they've caught it with a machine or something, but you know, apart from that, it's straight. It's in good nick. Got some plugs on the headboard on the head of the chassis, which I believe plug in, but I believe this little box here with its switches sort of reels the sheet on and reels the sheet off. That switch don't look like it's got a lot of go left in it. But, I don't know whether there's any on-board controls that go in the cab, but there is a plug, an unusual looking plug on the front of the head of the trailer. I don't know whether that's a camera plug for the cameras or whether that's a plug for this, but if it is, I haven't got them, so we're going to have to do a bit of research. As I said, it's a 40-foot tank sider, so 28 tonne, 28.6 I think it is, something like that. Yeah, nice and straight, nice and clean, as you can see. The chap who owned it before me, obviously it was task registered, he's got all his stickers on, so yeah, we've got to redo that for ourselves so that we're not restricted in hauling any particular loads. I want to make sure we can haul everything. As you can see, he did like his lights. Yeah, he's got lights all around the top, all around the back of it and that. You know, that's all well and good having that. It looks good, looks tidy and everything, but oh, you know, you get one go out, you got to fix it. You know, it's just a pain to keep them all going. They get tapped or something or broken, you know. But it's got corn chute, we've got the corn sock and everything with it, so we've got everything we need to get ourselves rolling. But I'm hoping to have the majority of the chassis work done by the end of the week, so I'll keep you updated on it. And I'm going to go in because it is cold out here again. As you can see, we've had a sprinkling of snow, just enough to make it horrible, but you know, not enough to make it fun. There you go. Alright, I'll catch you on the next one, and I'll try and keep a little bit of a blog going on this project for you. Okay, cheers then, have a good one.